I feel like finally, for the first time in my life, I'm able to more so navigate heavier emotions in a way where I am actually processing them and transmuting them into true power. I'm a big believer that this is where our power lies, is within these densities. That's how we create, find, experience the light, right? It's going into the shadow. If we were perfect, I mean, we're already whole, we're always whole, but if we came into this human dimension with nothing to learn, no shadows, no cocoons in terms of Kabbalah, then there would be no point. Like, that's not a thing. We wouldn't be here because we're here because of the duality. We're here so that we can experience the light and love through ourselves. And how do we do that? You need darkness to experience the light. If everything is only light, you don't know what light is. So it's only through these shadows, when we go into them, that we are able to transmute it into power. So right now I'm kind of going through this, which is why I want to record this, because I feel like it's real-time shit that I'm navigating. And recently I think a lot of us have felt a shift. I know that there's definitely a collective out there where our reality is changing. Like, we've been doing this work for so long, so much work on ourselves, so much awareness, so much attunement. And now reality is starting to catch up, right? The outer world is shifting. And we feel like, I was talking to my sister this morning and I was like, dude, we've been warming up. Like, we've been learning the rules of the game, how to play it. We've been practicing, and now we're fucking on the field. Like, that's what it feels like. And I feel like a lot of people will resonate with this. And there's a few points here. One is that when we expand, we are shedding. We are shedding. There's a past version of us that is like, holy hell, this is not who we are. And in a 2D lens, our nervous system sees this as unsafe, like it's unfamiliar. When we step into these deeper, more potent versions of ourselves, our nervous system, like alarm bells go off, because the nervous system deems the unfamiliar as unsafe. So it'll try to kind of pull us back into once was. That's one view. And then, as I mentioned, also there's that view of when we expand, you're quite literally breaking barriers, and there's a shedding, there's like a breaking that occurs. I don't know, that's what I kind of envision when I think of this, is like you break through something and all of those pieces need to fall that were shattered. And yesterday was a beautiful, beautiful day. Me and my sister started a business focused on nervous system regulation and somatics. And we had our first client. And it was one of those things where it feels so fucking in alignment. Like, it feels too easy because the words you're speaking just flow. The feelings in your heart are so alive. Like, you're really in that flow state, right? Exactly that. Like, again, it feels too easy and just like too good to be true. And then today, I woke up and, it was cool, and it's just kind of been like a decline. Like, I've been in it. I've been questioning everything. I've been questioning my worth. I've been, like, a little more hopeless, I'll say. And in the past me would have freaked the fuck out and been like, oh, holy hell, you're ruining the manifestation. You gotta be all good vibes. You gotta be all positivity, all gratitude, all happiness. You gotta have a smile on your face. And I would think, Lauren, you're fucking it up. You're fucking it up. And then I would get angry at myself. And that's the irony in this all, is that then that anger with myself just continues and adds on to the hopelessness, the frustration, the chaos that is building inside of me. And now what it looks like is I know when I'm in this space that whenever I'm in this space, I've gone through this so many fucking times. Life is literally a spiral. Like, it is not linear, it is a spiral. And I have these moments often. It's usually synced with my cycle. In this case, it's not. But I often have these feelings of like, honestly, that just hopelessness. Like, is everything really working out? Am I just losing my fucking mind? Can I trust the unfolding of this all? Am I worthy of all that is arriving in my life, of all that I'm stepping into? Am I worthy of all these juicy feelings? And now, instead of viewing this as something bad or me taking a step back, I view it as like I broke through another fucking barrier. And now a new layer needs to shed in order for me to transmute it and shift it into power, into love, into light. Because whenever I feel these emotions, if I fight them, if I push them down and I'm like, no, just be grateful, just force gratitude, make a gratitude list, da 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 da. Or just be positive, put a smile on your face. You have to be happy right now. You have to be productive right now. I'm literally not moving through that layer within me. I'm just pushing more shit on top of that layer that wants to be alchemized. So when I feel these feelings again, like I am today, now I have a toolbox. And my toolbox is not a toolbox for making me all happy, all joyful, all excited, and at peace. My toolbox, well, I guess at peace, yeah, it is that, for making me at peace. That even when I feel these dense emotions, I know what I can do to dive as deep as I possibly can into them. Now, I don't turn these emotions into like, oh, how do I make them productive, right? Because that can sneak up on us too. Like, oh, now I have to use these and make them productive and make them, force them into alignment and all of this stuff. And it's more so I just have this trust that these emotions will move through at their own pace. I don't force them out, but what I do is I take alone time and I ask myself, okay, what feels nourishing to me? Not what is going to give me excitement and energy, but what feels nourishing. That might be crying. For me, it was leaving my house, going to get some random food I've never gone before, like going to a new place. My body wanted a new experience, so I went and got new food. And then it was coming to this nature preserve that I've never been to, and I try to walk around, but the bugs were crazy. So I'm like sitting in my car journaling, and now I want to record a video. I wasn't even planning on this, but I'm following in every moment what feels truly fucking nourishing to me. And I dive into these feelings. I'm writing what I'm feeling. I'm not forcing myself to push them away. And this is how they're truly alchemized. And sometimes these feelings last for like a while. I know when I'm on my period, it has been like really intense. I don't know if it's always been, but I've been more aware of it. And I'd say like the last 3 months maybe, where it's been so fucking intense on my period. Yet I know that as women, this is again a shedding. Our period is literally a shedding. It is like physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, a shedding. And you have to feel these things to shed them. You can't just bypass them, all right? So I really want to shift. My goal in saying this is shifting people's perspective that feeling dense, heavy, maybe not so ideal emotions is not you failing. It is not you falling behind. It is not you falling into old patterns. It's nothing bad. It's nothing negative. There's so much rawness and depth and aliveness in the scale of emotions that we feel as humans. That's why we're here. I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it again. Like, we didn't just come here to experience excitement and joy. Like, we came here to experience it all and feel like the rawness. I don't know what other word there is. It's like thundering right now. Fucking love the thunder. But feeling the realness of it all. And I want to point this out because I did touch on this earlier and I just mentioned it again, is the concept of like, yes, when we expand, our nervous system, our body, our subconscious mind, our inner child is like, whoa, this is unsafe. This isn't our identity. We got to move back. So I also understand that there's multiple layers to this, and I practice that awareness of, hey, am I maybe trying to keep myself where I once was, or maybe trying to keep myself small or stuck in this pattern? Yet again, if I have that awareness, I don't push it away. Like, I understand that many truths can be true at once, and that can be part of it. Yet at the same time, we're still transmuting this layer because we've expanded, and this layer needs to, it's like fucking, if you have all these balloons, right? And you have weights tying them down. Obviously, you could add more balloons, but like, you gotta drop the weights too if you want them to soar and reach higher heights. So we're doing both. And by dropping the weight, you don't just like add more balloons. You gotta hit it from both ends. And that's how I feel with all of this, is like, I've learned to love these moments where I'm just like in the fucking thick of it. And I know that sounds crazy and counterintuitive, and it took me years to get to this place because I always thought, which I think so many people can relate to, I always thought that me feeling these things meant that I was fucking up my manifestations. But the more you try to force yourself into a different state, the more you're out of flow with what is. And it's like, for anybody who's done plant medicine or like literally any form of healing, you feel these emotions and that's how they're released. Think of like ayahuasca. You literally physically purge. You physically purge. Do you think that's comfortable? Fuck no. But at the same time, it also like, I mean, not every experience, but there again, like, there is a sense of like, it feels good to get that shit out. So like, just like this, it's like feeling it, fucking feeling it to its deepest depths, and it feels good. And this is somatics. If you do breath work, any type of journaling, I'm not too familiar with therapy, but maybe depending on the therapy you do, it's like you're really diving into it too, and you're truly feeling the fucking feels. You're truly feeling it. And when you're no longer scared to feel that, those feelings no longer have like power over you, if that makes sense. And that's where you get your fucking power back, because they don't have power over you. Damn, that shit just clicked. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. I feel like that was that. That was like a perfect bow at the end. Yeah, be easy on yourself and ride the wave. You're not behind. You're not fucking up your dream life. Just, oh my God, just enjoy all the feelings, all of them. Love you guys.